Hi, my name's Kat Simmons. My student number is 101209214. And today I'm going to talk about how to add a button to a scene to take us to another scene. It's very simple. So this is the scene we have from last week. It's just our little raccoon guy with a light on him and the camera attached to him wandering around the scene. I have decided that this is a great starting area for our dude, but it's not going to be the whole overworld map. The whole overworld map is going to be quite a lot bigger than this, but with this as a starting area. So I'm going to just use part of this as my start screen. I think that offers some continuity in the player experience. So the way I'm going to do this, for the sake of kind of laziness, is just duplicate our exercise 2 video version, and I'm going to call it exercise 3, and then I'm just going to make sure I'm editing exercise 3, and for now I'm going to delete the raccoon player character, delete the raccoon sprite that I was using as a kind of friend of the raccoons. But now, as you can see, there are no cameras, so we'll just need to add another camera into the scene and then make sure that it's pointing at something useful. There, I think that looks pretty cute, but just gonna put another light in there, so that adds some interest. So this is going to be what our start scene looks like, and then we would like to add a button, and the way that we're going to do that is just go to UI, button text mesh pro, and add it there. So something you'll notice here is when I added the button, it didn't just add the button, it added a canvas, an event system which Unity uses to know when you've clicked on the canvas, on the UI, on a UI object in the canvas, and then a text thing which is part of our button. You'll also see that the canvas is massive. That's fine, it's just because it's an abstraction, and anything that we move around in the canvas here will be kind of shown in its component place in the scene. So as you can see, if I put it in the middle, it's in the middle of the scene. Put it in the bottom, it's at the bottom of the scene. I would like our button to be in the middle, and I would also like it to be anchored in the middle, meaning that on any device it's going to be anchored around where the middle is when we change our device type. I want it literally right in the middle here. I do not want it to be called button, because it's going to become very confusing when we've got more than one. I'm going to call it start button. Then I'm going to change this text inside it to play! Exclamation point. But our start button at the moment, it's a bit off center, and it don't do nothing. So first I'll move it to a more attractive place. Yep, that looks fine to me. And then secondly, I'm going to make it do something. I made the script earlier, but I will talk you through what it does. I've called it Scene Switcher, and apart from what was in there already, and I can actually get rid of start as well, we don't need that. It's just one function. I've added this using statement using UnityEngine.scene management, which is what we're doing obviously. Then it's just one function, load start scene, and we'll say scene manager, please load the scene, exercise 2 video version. This is a function that takes a string, and the string is the name of the scene you want to be in. So I've made that, and I'm going to put an empty game object in my scene to put it on. And we'll call this scene switcher so we know what it's doing. And I'm also just going to reset the transform of this just to keep everything nice and neat. So scene switcher's in there, we have a function in the game to do something, but the button still doesn't know that that's what it's supposed to do. So I've gone to our start button, scrolled down to the on click, that's what do I do when I've been clicked, and then I'll drag in my scene switcher object, and then from this list I will choose load start scene. The last thing that I need to do to make sure this works is just go to File, Build Settings, and make sure that our scene that we want to go to, exercise 2 video version, is in there, which it is. So my expectation is that this will work. Yay, it does. Fantastic. So one last thing that I want to do is just make this button a little bit prettier. I have made and imported this raccoon tail looking kind of sprite thing. I'm going to drag it into where the button says image. There we go. And then I'm just going to make it the right aspect ratio. I know that it's exactly twice as wide as it is tall because I made it. And image type, let's go simple. So we get a nice border, looks right. And the text is not that attractive at the moment. Let's make this twice the size. Yeah, and we'll make it white inside. So I think that looks pretty good. Oh, looks pretty good. Pretty good. Have a great day.